どうも、かに座の人です。ファイナルファンタジー16続きをやっていきたいと思います。お願いいたします。はい。でですね、本日飲むお酒でございますが、本日ね、なんかちょっと手違いというか、先にセッティングしてしまったんですけども、本日は札幌ビールの札幌ラガービールでございます。はい。通称赤星と呼ばれるね、はい、名称がついている札幌の本当になんか昔からあるようなビールみたいでございます。はい。札幌といえばね、黒ラベルっていうのが有名ではございますが、こちらの札幌の赤星、ラガービール、こちらはですね、生ビールではなく熱処理をしたビールでございます。はい。なんで生ビールではございません。では早速、この赤星札幌ラガービールグラスに注いでいきたいと思います。はい。というわけで、飲み物の用意ができましたので乾杯したいと思います。こちらの配信動画をご覧いただいている方もよければですね、アルコール、ノンアルコール、ソフトドリンクなど用意していただいて一緒に乾杯してくれると嬉しいです。それでは今日も一日お疲れ様です。乾杯。あ、美味しいじゃないですか。やっぱり生ビールではない分熱処理をしているというところで、なんかこうフレッシュさっていうところはないのかもしれないんですが、その分味わいのなんかコクというか骨格がしっかりと出ている気がしますね。はい。苦味もしっかりとありながら厚みがあるような、はい、味わいでございます。もしよければですね、はい、こういった熱処理のビール、札幌のラガービールとか、キリンのクラシックラガーなどですね、もし見かけましたら飲んでみてはいかがでしょうか。はい、というわけで前回でございますが、前回はフーゴ、はい、タイタンのドミナントのフーゴ、タイタン3連戦でございましてね、はい、そちらを倒しまして、隠れ家に帰還したクライブでございました。さあ、そのタイタンを倒した後、別の場面では、なんと、バハムートのドミナントディオンと、フェニックスのドミナントクライブの弟のジョシュアがついに、はい、開校いたしましたが、さあ、その先一体何を話すのやらというところでございました。はい、では早速続きでオットに話をかけていくというところからでございます。さあ、ジルも揃っていて。
You're back. I am. And with glad tidings for once. Hugo Kupka is no more. Well, I'll be.
アジトの敵は撃ったっていうかね。ですね。はい、隠れ家の敵は撃ちました。
I expect that was your doing as well, was it?
It's a long story.
One for the history.
まあね、マザークリスタルもね、棚ぼたっていうわけではないけども、成り行きで破壊しましたね。
You look better.
I feel it.
お、ジルは大丈夫そうなんですかな。はい。いても立ってもいられないっていう感じですね。
Otto.
そうそう、フーゴを撃った後ね、ウォールードの王様も出てきましたからね。さあ、じゃあ続いてはビビアンに話を聞いてみましょう。
The conquering hero returns, and with hardly a scratch on him.
May have picked up one or two.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our resident physiker
気づいた。
suggests that you picked up something more important. A scent. The scent of Waludas.
王国の不穏な動き。
But whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the royalists, he took them to his grave, as did his men, slaughtered by the orcs who'd taken over the
そう
fang.
ですね。ドレイクファングは
Obsidian.
オーク族の手
I've
引
never
き
seen
手引きという
such
かね、
creatures in storm before. The Waluders must
い
have
るは
felled
ずの
them
ない
from
オーク
ash.
族がいましたからね。
Why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall? It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the adamantus? One can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual details. One must instead see the bigger
はい
picture.
はい。
And what bigger
一度、ウ
picture is
ォール
there
ド王
than
国
my
を
map?
おさらい。
The kingdom of Waloed
灰の
claims
大陸の覇者、ウ
dominion
ォー
over
ルド
all of
王
Ash.
国。
It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant
そも
of
そも
Odin,
大陸がね、違うん
the
ですよね。
Kandarian War of Independence in 849, the Battle of the Twin Realms in 865, the Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest. But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest.
不気味なほどの沈黙。
Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion.
ああ、そういえば同盟国としてダルメキアがいても支援はしていない。
Meanwhile, the blight ravages great swathes of
ああ、
ash.
黒の一帯の侵食が激し
Yet
い。
warlike Waloed shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang, only to make no attempt to claim the mother crystal for Waloed? It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the
うー
Twins.
ん。
No. We have not seen the last of the Waloed standard.
軍は
Odin will ride again.
強いまま。
It is
う
but a
ん。
question of
不気味
when.
ですね。
And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot? In summary, I know not to what end the royalists betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow
お
in、
朗報があ
confusion.
る。
If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord
お
Uncle
ー、
has
バイロンおじさん
volunteered
が
to do just that by keeping an eye on the
探っ
royalists'
てくれていた。
movements.
さすがおじさんだぜ。
He's really throwing himself into this.
Indeed he is. Which means all that remains for us to do is await his reports. Well, not quite all in your case. The people of the hideaway must hear the news. Justice has been done. Hugo Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are still raw.
ああ、そうです
Especially for
ね。
those
確
who
かに
lived with Sid the longest. Tell them
使徒の
that
隠
those
れ家が
wounds might
隠れ家
finally
から開い
begin
た
to heal.
人
Consider
た
it
ちに
the
とっては
price
ね。
of
う
today's
ん。
instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only human. And we are, all of us, sentimental animals at heart.
I suppose we are. Very well. I'll go and spread the word.
Ah, Clive. Have you come seeking the gift of knowledge?
あれ僕らです。
To share mine.
フー
actually.
ゴを撃ったぞ。
Hugo Kupka is dead.
Oh my. Can
うーん、あれ僕らです。も
Look, he's
うなかな
crying.
か感慨深いものがあるか。
Big baby.
And with good reason, children. These are tears
ああ、
of
そうです
joy.
ね。こ
We
こ
must
の子
offer
た
up a
ち
prayer to
の
your parents
両
that
親
the
も
heavens might weep with us. There shall be no lessons today, only
フー
thanksgiving
ゴの
and
ね
merrymaking.
兵
So
たちに
put away
やら
your
れて
things.
しまった被害者ですからね。
Brilliant.
Finally, a new dawn has broken.
It has.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait to share the good news.
Hippocrates.
ああ、そういえばね、アルティマとも、はい。
Ultima.
5年ぶりにね。
To me. I need to know what he is. Have you learned anything?
ハルポクラテスの方でも、古文書を解読はしているものの、
Not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every
特に
historical
成果
tome
は
in
な
our
い
collection and
か。
found nothing. Not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest a concealment of fact.
ああ、そもそも、そんな
Almost tempted to
文
conclude
献な
that
ど
such a creature never existed.
ない。
But I saw him with my own eyes.
I don't doubt that you did. Alas, it seems you are the only one who has. To others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake, like some terrible
ある
force
種
of
の
nature beyond
災
the
い。
ken of mortal man.
A bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But until I do, my investigations shall continue.
Thank you. It means a lot.
はい。まあね、アルティマについてはね、謎が深まるばかりでございます。
Well, someone looks pleased with himself.
やったよ、カロンさ
True
ん。
what I'm hearing then.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen. It's true. Kuka is dead.
No more looking over our shoulders then. Good. I'm starting to get a crick in my neck. Don't let it go to your head though.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
What is it? I'm busy.
I wanted to tell you that Hugo Kuka is dead.
I can't tell you.
ああ、なかなか、ブラックソンも目元がだいぶ。
This is it then. A new beginning. Under a new Sid.
I'll try to live up to the name.
はい、これで、
Right. Let's see if Otto has anything else
か
for
つ
me.
てシドの隠れ家に昔からいた人たちには報告が完了いたしました。
I'm telling you, it's true.
さあ、続いては何か目標、次の
So, the professor's got a soft side, has she?
マザークリスタルとかあるのかな？
No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old
ああ、
hideaway who'd
墓
sleep more
参り。
peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him.
なるほどね。
You're right. I should.
でもシドの墓場っていうのはどこなんだ？
When you do,
ああ、娘も。
she's been going at it hammer and tongs down in that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave.
Very well. I'll suggest it.
Soon. All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right
ああ、そん
now.
なこと言うなよ、ミド。
Gotta get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal.
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
船？
Only the fastest,
お
finest ship the
ー、エン
world
タ
has
ー
ever
プライ
seen.
ズ。
The Enterprise.
あ
Me and my dad
あ、
designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them
ミ
through
ス
the
リル
water,
機関。
ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood. And more heat than all the hells put
はあ
together.
はあ、そのための排熱。
Which is where the
Mhm.
stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard.
そんな計画が
I'll
ね、
come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
進んでいるとは。
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts making.
なんか
The stack will be
すっ
made
かり
up
お
of three
使い
major
モードだな。
components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the
ミ
engine.
スリルの鎧、
The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat
ミ
into
ス
the
リル
air.
の兜、
And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of
ミ
the ship
ス
from going
リ
up
ル
in
の
flames.
盾、
A full suit of armor, then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't need to.
はい、というわけで何やらミドが新しいね高速船を作っている最中とのことで、それを完成させるための部品をねまたお使いで持ってこいと。はい、じゃあとりあえずまたブラックソーンに話をかけていきますか。ミスリルっていうぐらいですからね、鉄じゃダメでしょう。
An alloy.
Feels like ages since we had the chance to talk.
ああ、確かにね。
It does, doesn't it?
トルガルは反応している。あ、後ろにリバンタイプか。よいしょ、オッケー。
Early Gregorian histories
月の
speak of
雫。
a preparation known as moon dew.
But then I tried to
結構
slice the butcher's
ジルは
strike
結
to
構
an hour, and it was just-
食い意地が張ってる感じ。
You're right.
It's finished. It's
あ
finally
あ、排熱
finished.
装置。
Fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer
ブラックソーンのお墨
Thank
付き。
you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
あと3
I'm
機。
sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean.
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores
遠
unknown.
い海の向こうを
Searching for
調
a
べる
land
ため。
untouched by the blight. Just like me and my
ああ、
dad
なるほ
planned.
どね。
So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the twins turned black,
箱舟的
we
な
might still have a
感じ
chance.
かな。
That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get
うんうんう
desperate.
ん。
I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we
ああ、
can
いいね。
actually
楽しく
live.
船旅。
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command.
クライブに預ける。
Sod our plans. I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his
あ
grave
あ、そういえば
later.
ね。
I was.
当初の目的はお墓参りでしたね。
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
All right, Clive. Asterix. Mid finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that. In those words.
She did, yes.
Clive. Were you born yesterday or something? There is no
面
thing.
倒事から逃げてくる上等
Probably
君。
be at Canva by now.
なんだって
Mid. I might still be able to catch her. Obolus, have you seen Mid?
Yep.
出てた。
In a
なんだっ
boat.
て
Going that way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry and all, are ya? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers.
なぜ逃げる
Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post bleeding haste. And you're here now.
ラザフォードかなラザフォードからの手
Don't
紙
mention it. What tidings, Uncle?
おじさんは一体何をおじより暗い上、自由都市カンベルの知人から奴が支援しているエンタープライズのことを聞いた。わしも後押しするとしよう。だが話によれば無許可の大型船の造船にカンベルの役人どもが嗅ぎ回っているようだ。このままでは手回しした新たな港の、建築にも影響が出る。そこでガブ君の力を借りられないだろうか。連中の動きを探るのに一役買ってもらいたい。
Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need
まあね、
someone to
やぶ
keep
さ
an
か
eye
で
on
は
Mid.
ないですよね。
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Got to admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in, all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
なるほど。ジルは現地集合ね。へいへいへいへい。旧隠れ家跡地、風の大陸、中央部。ああ、ここはね、石碑代わりというか。ああ、シドのテーマ。
Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. That if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
伝わるといいですね。
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
あれグッズも。あ、カロンばあさんも。
Lady Karen, pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on. And soon, there will be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
自治療棟へついに。
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great
Oh,
lump
good
with
so.
you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
めちゃくちゃ
You letting me go?
嬉しそうだな。
Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you break the loot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's
いつまで喜んでんだよ。
Guild. Just show them Goots's traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Oh, okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav,
Already on my way, Captain.
be careful.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
グーツさんご機嫌だな。ダルメキア共和国領東部。クリスタル自治領へ。
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Taya.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. Didn't you, boy?
はい、じゃあとりあえずクリスタル自治領へ向かうために、ここは行き止まり。ボクラド市場へとりあえず向かいましょう。
So what do you think? Really? It's as bad as
傭
that?
兵のつべっこ。
Oh, aye. There's trouble up ahead,
傭兵のヨナッシ
and
ュ。
too much of it for us to handle.
I take it there's danger on the road.
What about this fearsome-looking fellow? You think he'd be equal to the task?
Well, no doubt. Assuming he's
何か
willing
お
to
困り
hear
か
us
い？
out. Well met, friend. My brother and I have been tasked with
荷
finding
馬
the
車を探してい
merchant's
る。
missing
はいはい
cards.
はいはい。
You seen it by any chance?
How does a merchant misplace his cart?
Oh, the man's a coward. When he thought goblins might come a-snarling, he ran,
あらら。
leaving his livelihood
野
abandoned
党
in
に
the
奪われち
pass.
まったんじゃないか？
He sent the two of us to fetch it, but it's gone. Now, I'm not much of a thinker, but I know the work of thieves when I see it.
My brother's right on all accounts. And by my estimation, the bastards are lying in wait just down the road.
We may have seen our share of action, true, but we've not got the skill in arms
野
to
党の根
both
城が。
brave an
はいはいはいは
ambush.
い。
You, however, have the look of a man who needn't fear a band of backwater ruffians. What do you say? Will you help us out? Chances are they'll come for you either way. But if you promise to lend us a hand,
まあしょうがないね。そん言われちゃったらやるしかないでしょう。
Well, if I'm going to have to deal with them anyway.
You've clearly got a fine head on those broad shoulders.
we're lucky you came along. Now, hoping to make a heavy purse in Boklad, our merchant friend loaded his cart with as much as it would carry. Reckon he won't be forking over the rest of our fee if we don't find those goods. So, while you're seeing to those bandits, you keep your eyes open.
All right. Just don't expect me to drag the cart out of there myself.
No. You can leave the cart to us.
積み荷は
Put an end to
ね、
those bandits and point us
食
in the
料の
right
なおさら
direction.
もう食われちまってんじゃないか？
We'll take care of the rest.
つべっことヨナシュ。まあとりあえず荷
I'm
馬
not
車
sure I
は
trust those two. But if there are bandits lying in wait,
まあ確か
I
に
should probably take care of them.
なんかちょっと裏がある感じかな。
Look lively, you lot. We've got guests.
よいしょ。あお後ろから。よいしょ。たはーい。本日初めての半権限。いや、オッケー、終わった。
That's them dealt with. Now, where's that cart?
さあさあさあ、野党どもを倒しまして。お、2馬差あるじゃないか。ただボロボロだな、もう。
Getting all of this out of here will be a nightmare.
Seems we've found ourselves the right man for the job, wouldn't you say?
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing. Our merchant friend will be delighted.
And how exactly will he be getting his goods out of here?
You leave that to us. After all, it'd be wrong to
なん
such
か
a
怪しいな。
fine warrior
急に態度
haul
が。
cabbages to market.
You've done your part. And that's all you need to worry about. Here. It's been a pleasure. Now piss off.
シェンベラ兄
There's
弟。
no need to be so rude, brother. What if we want his help again next
なん
time?
か怪しいね。またどこかで会いそうだな。 さあここの先はなんだ、何の音だ。あー、大爆風。ナイアガラ、あー、ゼメキス大爆風。
So this is Zemeckis.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
いいですね。こんなね、場所を見てみたいですね。ナイアガラとか。
And challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes.
決戦の地。
If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
Dominants and bearers. To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominant and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men.
神話大好き少年だったのかな。
Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
And we'll have to keep our wits about us. Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
Oh, 洞窟。ここはザンブレク、新豆腐。ああ、ついに。ああ、新工具謁見室。ディオンかな。
I see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sambrek.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
ああ、どうなる。
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it. And I can think of none better suited.
ディオンでもいいじゃないか。
There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in storm. And then, Valisthea. All shall bow.
なんか野望が見え隠れしてんな。
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god. The Emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Grieger, made flesh.
あらら。
Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
Father. I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of
お、
another?
ディオンも。あ、
Of Ultima?
ジョシュアに。
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
そう、この売国奴め。
You trust the words of this traitress.
そうだよ、売国奴だよ、あいつは。そうだ、そうだ、ディオン。
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sanbreque, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your emperor in the wars to come.
The canker! Silence! Insolent wretch! You will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
This audience is
引
over.
き下がっちゃうの、ここで。
Come, your radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so
なんかあの
boring.
人形、目光ってんな。
I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise
こ
no
いつは
higher,
マジで
lest
も
your
う。
impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
The Boklab markets are to the north. We just need to hug the coast.
はい。かなりね、荒れてますね、あっちは。ディオンの方はかなり荒れてるな。どうなっちまうんだ？ディオンがあのまま引き下がって、言われるがままになってしまうのか。僕らと史上ダルメキア共和国領
Wonders from across the water. Come one, come all. Feast your eyes. Good sir, can I interest
精が出る
you?
ね
How much? For a measly crust of bread? You won't find any cheaper. Not nowadays. You're more than welcome to look.
The Empire's unlawful and illegitimate occupation of the
ダル
crystalline
メキア兵
dominion
か
is still in effect. Only those whose business in Twinside has been officially approved by the Republican Army will be permitted to cross the
大丈
border.
夫か
All who seek entry are to form a line and ready their documents for
ク
inspection.
プカを撃った本人だ
We
ぞ
aren't the only ones who are eager to leave.
And they're checking everyone.
Can't you make an
Not for the likes of you.
We won't get through without that pass. Let's go and find Good, shall we? Good. There you are.
Clive, I'm so
なんだ
sorry.
どうした
Don't
グ
tell me,
ツ
will you?
Slow down, Goots. Just tell us what happened.
It's me trader's pass. It's gone.
何やってんだ
Can't
い
ride the caravan without it. We won't even be able to get through the flipping checkpoint.
Do you remember when you last saw it?
It was in my pocket a minute ago.
すられてるんじゃねえかよもう
You don't think that they might have
何
nicked
やっ
it, do
て
you?
んだいグ
It
ツ
wouldn't surprise me. A busy market like this is prime territory for pickpockets.
So, to get the pass back, we need to find this child. Where would we even start?
I know where. I've got a pal in Bocklad who might be able to help us. No one knows more about what goes on round here than she does.
Where do we find her?
She's the owner of the Crimson Caravans up that
赤の
way.
正体
Sign's got a red chocobo on it.
No time like the present.
You two go on ahead. I'm gonna check the rest of my stuff, make sure nothing else is missing.
All right. We'll meet you there.
まったくもうグツはド
Let's
ジっ
keep
子
an
な
eye
ん
out
だ
for
か
this
ら
red chocobo then.
And the other on our purses.
あそことかそういうことじゃなくてチョコここか
Looking to hire a coach? It's 10 million for a two-birder to the
1000
Crystalline
万ギル
Dominion. Take it or leave it.
Oh, we're not here for that.
Then I bid you good day.
Oh, wait! Don't go, El. He's me mate.
As I live and breathe. Goots.
エル・イーズさん
back in
へいへい
Bocklad?
へい
I gather Lady Karen didn't send you. So what trouble have you got yourself into this time?
It's me trader's pass. It got stolen. By a little bairn.
Of all the... You're the size of a marble. Honestly. Ugh.
Goots told us that you know the markets well. Might you have an idea which little bairn could have done this?
We don't intend to punish them. We just need our pass back. Then, we can be on our way.
I see. So neither of you has a trader's pass either.
まあいかにも
Not that anyone would take you for traders, but I suppose that's why you came to me, correct? Now, I can't say for sure who took your pass, but I suspect I know why they did it.
心当たりはある
Let me
はいはいはい
Ever since the Fist marched on the Dominion, the Republic has been clamping down on any commerce that might aid the Empire more than it does us. Which means traders' passes have gone from being merely a way of easing one's progress to being essential if one wishes to cross the border at all. And with demand outstripping supply, they've become a precious commodity.
なるほどね偽装
leading
も
some to seek to acquire
横
them by
行
less
している
than
と
legitimate means.
So the children are stealing passes to sell on the black market.
Yes and no. Passes are inscribed with the names of their owners, and yet none of the
なるほど
victims'
何
names
か
have appeared on the
裏
register of
に
those passing
手
through
引
the
きしている
checkpoint.
やつらがいる
That someone is doctoring the stolen passes. The same someone who is encouraging the children to steal them. And the same someone who has Goots's pass, no doubt. Whoever they are, they're ruining the livelihoods of honest merchants, which is why we've decided to take a stand. Will you stand with us?
お
You want to get your pass back,
はいはいはい
and we want to ensure that no more are stolen. Catch whoever's behind it all, and
なるほど
two
ね
birds shall be slain with a single stone.
Is there any other way of getting to the Crystalline Dominion, Goots?
They won't let you in if you're not with the caravan. It's that, I don't know, try swimming across the strait. But the guards will definitely spot you if you try and do that. Like, we don't want to get spotted,
まあそうだよな。目立つ行動は
So either we find the people who
できないですもんね。
or give up all hope of entering the Dominion.
なら、利害は一致している。
We'll help.
Thank you kindly. But I don't know your name. Eloise at your service.
シードだ。
Clive.
あ、クライブだった。どっちを名乗ってるのかわかんないんだよな。あ、この人の信頼の証ね。はいはいはいはい。
The proprietor of the furniture makers by the coach stop is spearheading the search. Wear that, and he will know you for a friend. I suggest that you speak with him first.
The furniture makers. Understood.
奪われた証人札。はい。というわけで、グッズが子供に証人札をすられちゃいまして、で、今度はその子供、犯人を捕まえるというか元締めに渡ってしまったから、その元締めを懲らしめるためにエイルーズさんに協力して、解決していくっていう形ですね。はい。というわけで、じゃあ今日はちょっとこの辺りにしようかな。ちょっと今日はイベントとか会話シーンが多めでしたが、また次回もですね、ファイナルファンタジー16はお酒もしくはノンアルコールソフトドリンクを飲みながらやってまいりますので、もしよければまた見に来ていただけると嬉しいです。それではまた次回。